Investments, real people, real companies, real stories. It's important to make the connection between what you're learning in class by hearing real stories about how it's used by real people in real companies. With that in mind, I want to tell you about Donovan Gill, Portfolio Manager for GMP Investors. Donovan had just finished a meeting with his newest client, Sarah Miller. Sarah is the CEO of Miller Construction, which is a profitable construction firm with offices throughout the United States. Sarah had requested a meeting with Donovan to discuss an investment plan for the business. Miller Construction was doing well and was interested in investing its excess cash. As the Miller Construction CEO, Sarah had come to Donovan with a number of questions. During the meeting, Donovan had shared with Sarah a variety of different investment options that the business could consider. One option might be for Miller Construction to invest in a corporation's stock, also called equity securities. If they do this, they can get dividends from the companies that they invest in, and if the stock price goes up, then they can sell their stock at a profit. Or Miller Construction could invest in bonds, also known as debt securities, issued by a corporation or other entity. If they do this, they would earn interest until they either sell the bonds or they mature. Donovan asked Sarah if Miller Construction was interested in investing in a key vendor's stock or bonds to further enhance a business relationship with that vendor. Doing so might strengthen the relationship between Miller Company and their vendor. This was something Sarah hadn't thought about until Donovan brought it up. Donovan knew that it was his responsibility to provide a custom solution for Miller Construction so that Sarah's business would make a good return on whatever they invested in. Sarah was also interested in how Miller Construction would report these investments on its financial statements. She knew that investments in debt and equity, also known as bonds and stock securities, were reported as assets on the balance sheet, but she was concerned that there might be some additional reporting requirements. Donovan was glad that Sarah was considering these issues and was happy to help her, because of course he could charge her for the time. He shared with her that the type of security, whether it be debt or equity, and the length of time the security was held, short-term versus long-term, determined how it was reported on the financial statements. Donovan also suggested that she talk to her company's accountant before deciding on the business's investment plan. He knew that there were a lot of issues to consider when choosing how to invest excess cash. Why would a company invest? Many of you are familiar with the famous businessman Warren Buffett, but you might not know that he is the primary stockholder and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, Inc. Berkshire Hathaway is a holding company that owns a large number of other businesses called subsidiaries, including the popular automobile insurer Geico and the railroad system operator Burlington Northern Santa Fe. In addition to owning subsidiaries, Berkshire Hathaway also invests cash in other corporations' stock. They own 8.8% of Coca-Cola Company, 1.1% of Walmart, and 2.3% of ConocoPhillips. These are just some of their investments. Berkshire Hathaway is just one of many companies that have invested their excess cash in other corporations' stocks and bonds. In this chapter, you will learn why companies might invest in securities and how these investments are reported on the financial statements.